Oh, thank you. So, keeping it up. Here we go, guys. Listen, I gotta give a round of applause to this entire audience. What you have participated in today is a fresh start. And we've heard our members talk about doubts, talk about hard times, talk about fears, talk about people not listening to them. And what happens is it becomes discouraging. However, today, all of you sat and listened to people work it out. Just work it out in front of an audience. Just like they were naked in front of you. Let's give all of those people, good, bad, great, a big hand of yes. So any of you that think that you did bad, trust me, every awesome speaker was a horrible speaker first. And anybody who you view has done great has been an awful speaker before they were great. And we want to have everybody foster to be able to do that, to bring the message that we have to out here to the world. And for those great speakers and great apprentices, I have something for each of you. So, pick. This is important because this day may have felt like the worst day, but this has been, I don't have all of your addresses or else they would have been in the mail, okay? And everybody kind of knows that. So just hold on. Thank you. Thank you, each and every one of you who have helped to make this day special. And Michelle, thank you for coming from Montreal. And what about all these people that came from Montreal? Let's see all the people from Montreal. Stand up. Stand up. How about some applause for them? Absolutely. Is that fantastic? Okay. Do we have, thank you, people. So who else do we have here that's awesome? We got the Montrealers that stood up. Stand up and give Kim Murphy a hand of applause for being our master of ceremony. You know, that's the most difficult job that there is. Trust me. And they can make or break the whole day. So, okay, time for you to jump up, give yourself a shake, because I'm going to take you on a little trip. Okay. I hate videos, and I even hate PowerPoints even more. So you're just going to hear it from the heart here, right here. And if you've not been with me on any of my videos, you'll see me often on, I caught myself doing this, hitting my heart, speaking to you. I call it letting spirit speak to you. So I'm going to tell you a little story. Not my story, there's not enough time. Actually, if I wrote my story, it'd be about 1,500 pages, okay? Just to make it really, really clear, I've been up, I've been down, I've been very, very rich, and I've been very, very broke, okay? And it made me cry, all right? Being really, really rich made me cry, and being really, really broke made me cry. But something, even at Unicity, things can make me cry, because they leak, okay? It's not crying, it's leaking. But I'm really glad to be here because this is our foundation. From here we go up. And we have somebody here that you're going to hear just right after me that is going to inspire you and move you to a new level. So let me talk about this Activate that you've been hearing about all afternoon. And I know that there's people in here who's going, Activate, Activate, Activate. Before I start, I'm going to tell you about some trouble I got into. With unicity. So, back in 2008, in February, we had a women's summit. Men were not invited. We had a women's summit in Utah. And at that Utah summit, they brought us some product, unnamed, no branding on it, just in a white packet. And they told us that this product was going to change our businesses. And that it was a blend of our original BIOS Life 2 and something new that Stuart had somebody bring to him back in 2006, and he had to figure out what he was going to do. That product turned out to be BIOS Life Slim. Now, you've all seen the slide in the timeline of the slide here, and in some countries in the world, we still call it BIOS Life Slim. But here we had our BIOS here today, we're calling it Balance in Canada. Now I'm going to tell you why we call it Balance. Because everybody thought it was for weight loss. Did you know that having a healthy, balanced body that is nourished and fueled correctly, that your body will eventually find its right weight? And what the people were telling you the story of is the magic of bringing their bodies into balance. The magic of giving their bodies correct nutrition. It wasn't the product that made anything happen. The product fed the body, and the body used it as fuel and balanced. So this product, BIOS Life Slim, it still wasn't named, but I came home with 3 white boxes. It didn't even say unicity on it. It's just 3 white boxes. And I started to take it. The first week, I got on the scale, and I thought, I'm not going to be able to sell this stuff, trust me. I'm watching this go up. You have to know that I've had, in my entire adult life, I've fought weight, okay? My baby is 33 years old, and when he was born, I was diagnosed as a diabetic. By the time I came to this company, I was 361 pounds. And I came to this company because apparently they had a great weight loss product because that's where my head was at. But they discontinued it 30 days after I joined. So now what do? They got my 40 bucks. What am I going to do? Anyway, that's the true story. So I got this product the first week I took it, and I thought, no, there's no way. This isn't going to be my answer. This is 2008. But by the time I had taken it for 4 weeks, this is getting exciting. And the women were talking. And I got in touch with a couple of my gals. And I said, this great product, I don't know what it's called, but I'm going to tell you, it's going to be here at the end of May. And if you want to be in on the first delivery, I can work that out. So what I was doing, honest to God, what I was doing was I was calling everybody, and here's one of my original people here, Diane. She's been here with me for more than 2 decades. She's one of my originals. Thank you. Anyway, she got called for the white boxes. I'm sure her sister took some of the white boxes too. Anyway, we were selling them 20 boxes at a time. Minimum, right? And they're taking their money and placing the order, raking them up, okay? So the company got the money. The people were granted the PV that was going to be assigned to the product, and they ranked up. We were building managers and income all over the place. Finally, Brent Morrill, who was in Clayton Barton's position, called me and said, Darlene, now Brent, he's a native of Utah, but he's not unfamiliar with the language, okay, that comes out of Grey County. He said to me, "What the hell are you doing?" And I said, "What do you mean?" He says, "We've got no product, and we've sold over $100,000 worth of it." He says, "We're not going to have product. At this rate, you got to stop, because I don't know if we can get it branded and delivered." I said, "Oh, Brent, don't worry about the branding. We'll take white boxes. These are women." By the time the product was delivered in Canada and approved in Canada, we had almost $250,000 outstanding in product. So what did I do for 4 months with all those people that were waiting for their white boxes? I cleansed them. I got them using Balance, Life Fiber, and Paraway, and tea. I cleansed them. And what did I do? I gave them some energy. I sold them whatever I could, okay? And they still waited for the white boxes. And Brett Morrill said, "Don't ever tell Darlene ever again that there's going to be a launch of a new product." And it's been forever silent until Mr. Barton was here. And he told them to call me because there's going to be a launch of a new product. And would I take it? And if I was going to take it, then I had to go and do all the blood work and all of that stuff. And I'm going to tell you, my baby's 33. My oldest one is as old as young. And I am about 8 weeks away, 8 weeks away from being 66, okay? And so when you think about it, I had to go and have this blood work done. I was shocked about my blood work. It was so good, but I was so heavy. And that is how we know that these products work no matter what your weight is, okay? So I was in great shape to embrace these new products. I didn't know what they could do for me because, you know what, I take care of myself and I try to take pride in what I'm doing. The first 2 weeks, I was just trying to figure it out because I didn't have that. How many people have this on in front of them? I had no information. There were white packages again. We gotta figure this out, man. And for the first 2 weeks, not a whole lot. And by the end of the first month, I kind of figured it out. And lo and behold, I lost 6 pounds. And I went, okay. You heard, I'm a Get Fit 21 coach. Been doing that for 3.5 years. At first, I did okay, you know. And then my body says, no, I'm not giving any more up to you. And I was stalled. But I was curious what was going on. And I never gave up this product. And I started to research and guess. And then I went back and looked at what had gone on in Korea and tried to look into what was going on and started figuring things out. So after losing 6 pounds that I hadn't even been able to budge in, I don't know, Doug, you've been this journey with me, 2 years, not a budge. 6 pounds, I'm excited. I phone head office and I say, I don't know what you guys are doing in September, but I want to buy some of that stuff. You don't have to give it to me anymore, just sell it to me. And they did. And by the time I got to Utah, I'd lost 17 pounds. I'm going, holy cow. And everybody thinks it's the weight loss. Everybody thinks it's the glucose management. Everybody thinks it's the protein. But remember, I'm curious. It's got to be more than the protein. It's got to be more than the glucose management. It's got to be more than low carb. What the hell? And you know, I had a discussion with a young man the other night. Big, buff kid. I've known him since he was a scrawny little pencil neck. right? But he's all this big buff thing now. And he's talking about low carb and how much carbs he has to eat and these low carb diets. And I'm saying, you know what? We all need a paradigm shift. I'm listening to the stories here today, and we all need a paradigm shift. And I got to remind myself sometimes, this is not about the carbs. And the protein has, the protein is a whole different function in our bodies than I even believe it to be. And when you want to talk about negative people, my kids are all married and they spend lots of money on these products, but I come home and tell them that it's not about the carbs. And my daughter says, look at the protein. I said, well, protein doesn't give you energy. She said, what you told me, it gave me energy. What is this now? You're changing your mind? Like, I mean, these are kids. And I said, no, it's about the fat. Number one, it's about the fat. But this little orange box that used to be white, it's not about the glucose. Yes, I used it to manage my glucose because that's exactly what I did. I managed my glucose and that's how I measured it. But there was something different going on because, batteries.
Off switch.
Doesn't matter. Something's going on. You can hear me. This product that you're going to hear more about, somebody who I couldn't even begin to be passionate about, like that person. But this product is not about glucose. It's not about fiber. I don't need it. It's not about fiber. It's not about glucose. Do you know what it's about? Insulin. Insulin. And we have been programmed. And our doctors are programmed, and our nurses are programmed, and our dietitians are programmed, and everybody medically is programmed about watching your glucose and what is this, a bit of fiber. It's about managing your insulin. And when you manage your insulin, your body naturally is going to do what it's going to do and help you get to where your body ought to be. Now the problem is that everybody thinks it's going to happen overnight and they're going to go on this 21-day diet, and this is my complaint. 21-day diet, Get Fit 21, and you know what? I've learned everything I need to know, and now I'm off and I'm doing just great on my own, and I know how to be healthy. Oh yeah, you know, but you forget. 72 hours later, they're sitting there eating their bag of chips. I guarantee it. He's going, yeah. Get Fit's done. You can't wait till you should see when you go 21 days. They're all there for the first 10, and then they start going off, and oh, I gotta have a glass of wine, and oh God, when's my cheat day? I heard somebody talk about a cheat day. I'm going, oh my God, we have created monsters in society. Not unicity, but we have put ourselves in these boxes that I heard Ura say, somebody told him, well, what's the difference? You're all going to die anyway. If you've ever been into a cemetery and it says birth, death, and between those two dates, there's a dash. There's a dash. It's called a life dash. And you get to choose how you fill those days between the beginning and the end. And we get to choose how we go out. Choose to manage my insulin, and I went out for dinner last night. I even had some sweet potatoes because he hates them. And I had a partner in sweet potatoes last night, and my body loves them. I slept like a baby, but my insulin was down. And so I continue to use, you see, I used to look in the mirror and say, oh my God, Darlene, you're so fat. Now I look in the mirror and say, oh man, have you got a lot of energy to use now. And the minute that you change your paradigm about what you're seeing in the mirror is the minute that magic breaks out in your life. Right? Oh, here we got it right. Give yourself a chance to experience some magic. LC Base is, anybody who's listened to me before knows that I'm a big reader, okay? And the reading that I'm going to share with you today is a book by Seth Godin called Purple Cow. How many people have heard of that? Purple Cow? Only people in my group. This book, Purple Cow, is so fascinating. Fascinating. In fact, my oldest daughter has her own home business. She's a mortgage broker, but she does not have an office, and she's not tethered to a desk. She's portable. And I said to her, hey, Ashley, you need to read this. You're a purple cow. She goes, oh, geez, Mom, that's an insult. I said, no, read this. She read it. Since she read that book, and this is the honest to God's truth, she has been in the top 25 mortgage brokers in Canada because she understood, finally, what was making her special. And when we understand what makes us special, we do more of it, right? So she does more of it. Here's the long story short. I'm saying to her, they got the big conference in November, I'm saying, how do I get into your conference? Can I come as your guest? Seth Godin is the keynote speaker. So I said, can I come as your guest? I want to hear this man. I have never heard this man. But we sit here today, purple cows, because of this. Nobody's talking about managing your insulin unless you've been exposed to one of us guys, okay? And this is the problem. We're probably spending too much time telling people, the ones that are having a problem, you just ask a question. How's your insulin? Huh? Do you understand that we're bathing ourselves in insulin all day and making ourselves sick? Huh? Do you understand that there's 64 million people in North America today that are pre-diabetic or diabetic and growing, and 64% of Canadians are overweight or obese if you're over 18? And 17% of our children are? There's a problem here. It's insulin. Huh? Tell me more. Hey, how be I send you a video and let that explain for you? Hit it.
Our bodies have the extraordinary ability to adapt, survive, and thrive. In times of feast, our bodies learn to store fat so that in times of famine, we could rely on that fat for energy. Today, many of us live in a constant state of excess. Food is readily available, and the types of food we eat have changed, leading to a diet that is incorrectly balanced. This modern diet often creates an insulin surplus in the body, leading to a decline in the ability to use our stored fat as energy and a myriad of metabolic health problems. However, we can restore the body's natural ability to operate in a state of metabolic flexibility. That is, using both carbohydrate and stored fat for our energy needs. Designed to help you achieve and maintain metabolic flexibility by activating the body's natural ability to use stored fat for energy, Unicity Supplements LC Base and Unimate Fuel are formulated based on the most recent discoveries in nutritional biology to improve metabolic health. LC Base is a premium quality meal replacement that is scientifically designed to aid in activating the body's ability to burn fat for fuel when used in conjunction with the Unicity nutrition principles. Developed with an ideally balanced macronutrient ratio of muscle-building protein, healthy fat for energy, and low carbohydrate content, LC Base provides the body with critical nutrition to activate metabolic flexibility. Available in a single serving pouch, it is ready to go wherever you go. The subtle flavor is perfect for layering with additional Unicity products for customized taste and added benefits, and offers convenience and cost savings over a typical meal. LC Base takes the guesswork out of what to eat to achieve your goals and provides a perfect foundation to build upon for nutritional success. What makes LC Base different from other shakes? Well, its premium quality protein has the highest PDCAAS score, meaning that the protein in LC Base is ideal because it's packed with amino acid levels the human body needs for optimal health without sacrificing the ability to easily digest it. Also, the inclusion of super healthy fats in LC Base, which easily convert to clean energy, is a sure way to propel you to the top of your game, both physically and mentally. Oh, and if that wasn't enough, did we mention it can help you feel fuller longer between meals, allowing you to focus on what you love to do and making it easier to avoid sabotaging your efforts. Unimate Fuel is a powerful yerba mate supplement designed to provide an energy boost for both body and mind. This delicious drink helps support the body's natural fat-burning ability by delivering a dose of energy-filled healthy fats and chlorogenic acids from Unicity's proprietary yerba mate extract. Chlorogenic acids are a family of polyphenol compounds that have important biological effects, including promoting improved mood, supporting healthy brain function, and elevating feelings of well-being. And that's not all. Unimate Fuel is a great tasting, super effective satiety aid that can be used as a morning pick-me-up, as a mix-in with a meal replacement, or as a snack in between meals. You know, for when help is needed to fend off nagging cravings. Because, let's be honest, sometimes you just need a little something until your next meal. Available in a single serving sachet, Unimate Fuel is convenient for an on-the-go lifestyle and perfect for sharing. LC Base and Unimate Fuel, two great ways to activate optimal health.
You don't have to be me. I've been told so many times that I'm not duplicatable. That's true. And I don't want to be. I could be if somebody cared to do the research and the writing. It's no magic that I do. But understanding that people need the information delivered in a simple, clear message. Why are we confusing all of the things that we think we know when they only need to know the basics? Does that work? Okay, how many people are excited about this here? Do you know what makes us different? I defy you to find a protein on the market today with 24 grams of fat in it. They're all low carb, they're all high protein, and they'll talk about the branched chain amino acids and all of that stuff, and I can put you all to sleep talking about that. But talk about fat. You won't find one. And you won't find one with the quality and the score that our Activate has. Now I'm going to do something that has never been done in this company before. Now I don't have to use white boxes, they've got the branding all done, okay? But I'm going to launch a product that is not available for sale in Canada, okay? And today, you get it for free shipping. Now that's a no-no. But let me tell you, and you're gonna buy in US dollars. So when you buy a product in US dollars, and this is why the NFR is like this, when you buy a product with Canadian money on a US product, you don't have to pay sales tax.
No tax.
No tax! That's 13%. And today, you're not paying any shipping. That's exciting. However, It is what makes this product Purple Cow. Here's the deal. You're not selling this to everybody. You're just not going to. You can tell them it's $9 a day. Hell, they spent the $9 going through Starbucks this morning, okay? Drive through Starbucks, $5 for a coffee, and then you need one to get you home, okay? That's 10 bucks. The people that are going to use these products are smart, really smart. They understand that dash between those two dates. They learned that this here is energy waiting to be burned, not lost. You cannot lose an ounce of fat. Don't tell me that you can lose an ounce of fat. You cannot. You have to burn it. If you don't burn it, it just hangs around. Ask me. I am the living, breathing proof. Okay? That's a Purple Cow. That's a Purple Cow piece of knowledge. So there's no such thing as weight loss. There's about fat burning. And you just learned all about that here. Okay? You get to buy today the product with free shipping. Free shipping. No tax. If you want Canadian products, there's Canadian products on there. They'll be shipped separately. And of course, that's free shipping, but you'll pay tax. Okay? Have to. Laws are laws. We got a little Trudeau there, at least until Monday. Okay? The other thing is, if there's anything else that you want from the NFR, there's some space below there that you can order some other products. Yes?
Oh, that's good.
That's good. All right. And when you're done placing your order, you just bring it up here, and Darlene will collect it, and then she will fax it in. They will be processed late Monday and shipped on Tuesday. And they're shipping out of Atlanta for you. Woo! Yes, ma'am.
You just said if we're buying NFR products that are in US
Dollars.
and we're paying in Canadian, then there's no tax. But if I have a US credit card that I want to use, is that okay? I'm still a Canadian.
No, don't use it.
So sorry. Yeah, it's a Canadian US visa.
It's not a US.
Yeah, then you still don't pay any tax.
Okay, yeah, I have a US.
It's being shipped to a Canadian address.
Okay, that's what I
Okay? No tax. Man, was I excited the day that I found that out a few years ago. I was all ticked because they changed it from Canadian dollars to US dollars, and then I started to realize the benefit. And there you go. You know, there's nothing like saving money. But more than saving money, we're saving lives, and we're saving health. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to close with my last little story about these fantastic products. So today I have lost 23 pounds in the last, I don't know, 2.5 months. And I am the weight that I was when I got pregnant with my son 33 years ago. When I walked out of that hospital with that baby boy in my arms 33 years ago, I checked in at 265 pounds. I had an 8.5 pound baby. I'm sure there was a placenta there, and I'm sure there was amniotic fluid, and I had this 8.5 pound baby to prove it. And when I walked out of that hospital, I still weighed 265 pounds, and that has been my mean weight ever since. Because I didn't know how to burn what was stored. And I kept putting in the stuff that kept my insulin high, no matter what I did. So change your paradigms, ladies and gentlemen. This is to be burned, not lost. So we're not talking about ever losing weight. My energy level has adjusted my body down 23 pounds. But here's the one thing that I will share with you. I have suffered 2 severe concussions in my life. Concussions are something that are they become compound. You have one, you think you're over one, and then you get another one, and the second one hangs on. March 31st, 2018, I fell on ice. At my age, these falls are life-changing. And I wasn't doing well. And some of you that got the cups today got products in there. There's an Una Mate and there's a matcha in there. So the middle of summer last year, I decided that I really needed to do something because I was getting dizzy, I wasn't remembering my words, I was dropping my words, I couldn't write. And if you're all following me, or any of those that follow me on Shop Talk, know that I shut down Shop Talk for the summer. When I came back, the Una Mate and the matcha helped that concussion so that I could function again. And I started with my broadcast, my live broadcast every Wednesday night with Shop Talk. And it was okay. And I started on LC Base and I started on the fuel in June. I didn't notice anything particular at first with the fuel, except for I was finally getting my sweet tooth addressed. But about 6 weeks into it, I started to notice there was something different here in my brain. My brain was functioning different. Things were clearing up. But now, all these weeks later, and I was saying yesterday, I've said to several people this week, that today my brain is as good and clear, and my memory is as good and clear as it's been like I was 30. And I know it's the fat that's in the LC Base and the fat that's in the fuel. If you do studying, and I teach just a wee bit at a time on the lighter side, any one of you are invited to join and become part of that community. It's cross lines, it's layered learning every single day. You're going to learn a principle about nutrition, you're going to learn a principle about exercise, and you're going to have at least one post that is to empower your heart and soul. So we're taking care of body, mind, and soul. Okay? With this base, the LC, or the fuel, we can prevent, and it's proven, it's the cholinergic acid in it, Alzheimer's, dementia. We now know that concussions, Parkinson's, MS, these people are all starving for fat. Starving for fat. Starving for our diet. Like you heard Shireen talk about, going to that protein diet, going to getting rid of some of those carbs, lowering the carbs. Do you know how hard it is working in a bakery to decide? And it is a choice. It's a choice that she makes every minute in that bakery, not to eat the carbs. And we know what it does to hormones. We know what it does to strength, lean body tissue. We know what it does for brains. Here's what I challenge you. Today, every one of you are sitting here with a choice. You see right now the foundation of Unicity Canada on the east side. This product that was launched in white boxes in 2008 when I was told to stop until they got the product in, went on to sell billions and billions and billions of dollars. And these two products, these two products over here, the fuel and the LC Base, need this to work. Because you've got to get that insulin down. And that's what this does. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to introduce, before I do that, I got 4 surprise draws. Where's the numbers? These carry, Max, these carry the fuel and the LC base in it for you. So you go home with a sample. Get your tickets out.